Hi, I'm Elizabeth Erickson, and welcome to an introduction to essential oils. Today, we're going to talk about the Young Living Premium Starter Kit and 12 of the essential oils from Young Living, which are a great way for you to get started. So you may already have your premium starter kit, or you may be waiting for it to arrive, but we are going to share with you how you can use essential oils safely, some tips and tricks, and the 12 essential oils in the premium starter kit. So to get started, I want to tell you a little bit about why I got into essential oils, my story. So I grew up being pretty naturally minded. My mom, Debbie Erickson, is a registered nurse. And so I grew up understanding a lot of things about health and using supplements, things like echinacea, vitamin C, all of that. And so I'd stayed pretty healthy, but in college, I started having some occasional emotional upset. So some pins and needles and anxiety type symptoms because hello college, some occasional depression, and I really just didn't feel like myself. And one day my mom came home with a couple of bottles of essential oils. I think it was a bottle of peppermint and a bottle of lavender. And I was very skeptical, to be honest. I think I literally rolled my eyes and said something along the lines of, well, oh great, this is another fad that's going to fade in 6 months. I just didn't believe that they worked, and I didn't believe that she would use them very long. So when my sister, Susanna, who's normally the bigger cynic than I, when she started chasing people around with a bottle of peppermint, asking if they had different things that peppermint is used for, and she would ask them and then try and apply peppermint to them and help them feel better. I started thinking, normally she's the bigger cynic, so if she thinks that these work, I should probably try them. And so at that point, we had a couple more oils, and I tried a blend for digestion, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And I also tried a blend for emotional support, which we'll also talk about in a little bit. And lo and behold, they worked. And I realized that, okay, there's something to these essential oils. So I started using them slowly but surely. And around the same time, or a few months later, I started grad school in applied cognition and neuroscience. I studied the brain. And as I was getting my master's, I started asking these professors what their research professors, what their experience with essential oils was. And I started realizing that there's a lot of people that have either no idea what essential oils are, or they really want to see the proof. So I ended up writing a book on the brain and essential oils. You can check it out. And we have lots of resources. If you're nerdy and want even more science than what we're going to give you today, then check out some of the resources I'll mention at the end, because there are tons of studies on how and why essential oils work. So the disclaimer that I want to start with today, I'm going to screen share so you guys can see some of these slides. I do want to start out at the beginning by saying I'm not a medical professional. I do have a master's in neuroscience, but I'm not a doctor, and this information is for educational purposes only. If you're on any prescription meds, always consult your doctor. These statements haven't been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration and are not intended to treat, diagnose, or cure disease. And if you're in another country outside of the United States, some of the information we're going to talk about today may not be compliant with the laws in your land, especially if you're like in Canada or some places where they don't have all of the different uses that we do here in the United States. A decision to use or not to use this information is the sole responsibility of the reader or listener, and the views expressed in this presentation apply only to Young Living essential oils, because that's all that we're going to talk about today. So let's start by talking about what are essential oils. Well, very simply, they are the lifeblood of plants. If you were to break open the leaf or stem of a tree or a plant, and you see some liquid oozing out, when you distill that down, either by steam distillation or cold pressing, that is an essential oil. They're what's known as the secondary metabolites. They aren't needed in order for the plant to live, but they help the plant in a variety of ways. They do similar things in our bodies as they do in the plant. So an example would be they help to support the immune system. They support healthy tissues and nerves. And they can carry nutrients and oxygen through our bodies just like they do in the plant. They can effectively combat the damaging effects of toxins, impurities, and harmful substances in and around our bodies. Essential oils, like I said, are either steam distilled for most plants, or if for the citrus fruits, they're cold pressed from the rind. Then, and there are actually different grades of essential oils, believe it or not. So the lowest quality is what is known as floral waters. These are low quality synthetic or nature identical oil, and they're usually put into hair and skin products. They are basically the essential oils that are combined with the leftover water after the distillation process. It's known as floral water. Then you have grade C, which is perfume grade. These are extended or altered essential oils that contain chemicals and solvents. You'll usually find these in some perfumes that maybe want to extend the life of the fragrance of the perfume, so they'll add some really low quality essential oils and just have tons of junk and fillers in there that gets into our skin and our body. So then you have grade B, which are natural food grade essential oils. These are natural or organic, and here's the thing with organic. Unfortunately, just because it's labeled organic doesn't necessarily mean that it's completely free of pesticides or herbicides or just junk in it. In fact, there could be up to 30% of pesticides and herbicides and something still be considered organic. That's pretty crazy to me. But so grade B natural food grade oils are still going to have chemicals in them. What we're talking about today is what we call therapeutic grade. These are grade A oils. They are safe for internal use, many of them. They're pure and unadulterated. These are first distillation, and we're only talking about Young Living essential oils. The reason that we're only talking about Young Living is because of what we call the seed to seal promise. And I'll go back to that slide in just a second. Seed to seal is a patented process from Young Living that means it's organic seed in organic soil all the way through to not just the production, but the distillation, the harvest, the distillation, and then packaging and sending it to you. So you know that the essential oil that's in this bottle has been quality controlled by Young Living the entire way through. It's their patented seed to seal process. So this is virgin seed in organic soil, and it is quality standards that's even higher than organic. They every batch of Young Living oil, every lot, you can see the lot number on the side of the bottle. And in fact, if you have a question, you can call Young Living. I've done this before. I had a peppermint that kind of smelled a little funky, and I called and I was like, here's the lot number. Can you tell me, is this bottle of oil okay? Because every batch is tested both by multiple scientific tests to check the purity and the quality of the oil, both internally in Young Living's labs, as well as with third-party labs externally. And lo and behold, they said, well, yeah, so this batch that you have, actually, there was a storm coming, so they had to the peppermint plant didn't get to sit on the land quite as long as it normally would after it's been harvested before it gets distilled. So that's why it kind of has a little bit of like a green smell to it. So just leave your bottle cracked for a couple minutes or a couple hours, and the smell will smell more like the peppermint that you normally do. Just the plant matter didn't get to rest quite as long. And I love that I literally can say, if I have a question about this oil, or I want to know what tests, how it performed, I can call with each of the batches. But what I love is that the quality of what's in this bottle, I can guarantee, or Young Living guarantees, that the quality that this lavender is going to do what it's supposed to do, or the peppermint's going to do what it's supposed to do, because there are actually standardized results for each essential oil and each plant matter. So the seed to seal promise is Young Living taking stewardship of the planet very seriously. And Young Living's really, I've been a part of this company for almost 10 years now. And I love that if the plant matter is not available, or they cannot, there's not a pure version of the essential oil available. Like for instance, there was a few years ago where we were having trouble sourcing some black spruce that was it's in the Valor oil that we're going to talk about. And I love the integrity of Young Living so much. They had an opportunity to get black spruce from a source, and it wasn't meeting the quality standards. And so we were out of some of our popular oil blends, including Valor, which is like everybody's favorite, for months because they didn't have a quality source. So what does Young Living do? They went and bought a farm, which leads me to one of the things I love about Young Living is we have over 18 farms. I think we're up to 18, and they're growing it like every year. We have 18 farms around the world. These are just a few of them. We have them in Highland Flats, Idaho, Mona, Utah, Salalah, Oman, which Young Living is the only company to be able to harvest and distill frankincense, partnering with the Omani people in Oman. In France, in Spain, in Ecuador, in Australia, we have farms all over the world because we are sustainably sourcing the plants, and they're distilled very quickly after they have been, or within the reasonable amount of time after they have been harvested. And what's so cool too is that not only are these farms all over the world, but you can go to them. I've had the opportunity to be able to go to Australia, our farm in up in Darwin. I've had the opportunity to go to our Utah farm, to our French farm. There are farms that you can call and just say, hey, I'm a Young Living member, or even if you're not, and show up and be able to even participate, depending on the time of year, in the harvest process. So Young Living not only takes the stewardship of the planet really seriously, but they take the product super seriously. We are a product-driven company first. We believe in quality essential oils because they know that families depend on this. So the next thing we're going to talk about are the different ways to use essential oils. So there's 3 ways to use essential oils. The first one is inhalation. And essential oils are naturally volatile. So if I were to leave this bottle open with the lid off, the essential oil in here is going to evaporate because they are small. It's a small volatile liquid. So what's really cool about that is it makes the essential oils very fragrant and very easy to smell, even when you open it and it's across the room. So the German school of thought utilizes essential oils with the technique of inhalation. And there's a couple of different ways you can do that. You can utilize a diffuser like what we have shown here. Or my favorite way to use, and I love using a diffuser, especially if you're wanting to clean a room or you're wanting to boost the immune system, in having a diffuser going in a large space or even multiple diffusers in your home, your office, or your school is a great way to disperse essential oils in the air. What it's doing is it's water and the essential oil and an ultrasonic plate. So when you put, you can even combine essential oils in the water, and the ultrasonic plate is going to disperse the essential oil into the air like a vapor. But my favorite way to use essential oils is what we call direct inhalation. So I put a couple of drops in my hands, and I'm going to just swirl it around, and then I'm going to cup my hands over my nose and mouth and breathe deeply. And I may even close one nostril at a time. So I'm getting essential oils into both sides of my nasal cavity. And the reason I love this so much is because this is one of the quickest ways to get essential oils into your bloodstream and especially into your brain. The only sense that does not, of your 5 senses, sight, smell, what are my 5 senses? Hearing, taste, and touch, or proprioception. Of the 5 senses, your only sense that does not have to go through the thalamus and the brainstem is your sense of smell. Because there's a little part of your brain that's exposed here, the olfactory sensory neurons. It's right here, sits at the top of your nasal cavity in what's called the cribriform plate. So when you are directly inhaling and breathing in, you are getting the essential oils directly into your brain and specifically to your limbic system, which helps control your memory and your emotion. So it's a great way to help support your emotions, a great way to help support your immune system, and to get essential oils very quickly. So 2 ways that we do inhalation: through diffusers and through direct inhalation. And some people will even wear jewelry or put essential oils on maybe their clothes. Just be careful it's not one that has gluteins in it, or it might stain your clothes. But essential oils, you can wear different diffuser jewelry, and then you can be diffusing or inhaling essential oil throughout the day. So that's the first way that we use essential oils. The second way that we can use essential oils is through ingestion. This is more of the French method of application. So you can ingest meat, which means that it's just the essential oil, you don't dilute it. Or you can dilute the essential oil, and you can try and you dilute it by mixing it with one of your fatty oils like coconut, olive oil. I don't know that I mentioned this earlier, but there's a difference between what we call food oils and essential oils. So your food oils are going to be like your coconut, olive oil, sesame seed oil, anything like that. Those are what we call fatty oils. And essential oils are different than that. These are aromatic compounds. Those, so they're smaller in molecular size. They're not going to leave like a greasy residue like your fatty oils will. And they're going to go into your body very quickly, whereas your fatty oils or your food oils are going to sit on the top of your skin. So your fatty oils are what you use to dilute an essential oil. If you ever need to dilute an essential oil specifically through ingestion, or what we're going to talk about in a second, which is topically, you don't use water, because of course oil and water don't mix. The oil's going to sit on top of the water, or the water's going to drive the oil in. So if you're using it on the skin. So if you want to dilute an essential oil, either in when you're ingesting it or using it topically, you're going to use one of the fatty oils. So one of the ways you can ingest is the gel caps, which you can see here. And gel caps you can get from Young Living, or you can even get them from a health food store, and you just put your essential oils in the gel caps and you can take them internally. Young Living also has a lot of supplements that already have essential oils infused in them. Or you can use them in any kind of water, food, other drinks. I personally make some cocktails with them. You know, it's really yummy. You can mix essential oils with honey or blue agave. You know, essential oils aren't going to mix directly in your drink. So you can mix them with some kind of honey if you're making a toddy, or sprinkle a little bit of like Himalayan salt, just a dash on the top of your drink, and then you don't taste it, and then it will disperse your essential oils. So you always want to check your labels, but I'll give you a really quick tip. So I'm going to pull this out of the box. So this is a white label, and you're going to see in your premium starter kit, you're going to have both white labels, and they'll have the color on it, and then you'll have just the solid color labels. So I don't have a lemon. Oh, here, I'll show you with peppermint, because I do have 2 bottles of peppermint here. So you can see that these are both peppermint. One is a white label, one is a green label. And of course, this is a 15 milliliter size. This is a 5 milliliter size. So what's the difference between the two of these? Absolutely nothing, except for the label. So it's the same oil in either, in both bottles. The only difference is the label. That's because the FDA has some specific regulations on what can be labeled as a dietary supplement. And a dietary supplement is something you can take internally. So Young Living has a line that's called the Vitality line. And so you'll have some Vitality oils in your premium starter kit. And that's an indicator that that essential oil can be used internally. The other uses are, of course, topically and aromatically. So when you have a solid color label, it means it can be used topically and aromatically. Now, a little hint, because these are the same labels, if you're like me and you don't really care what the label looks like, I can use either of these topically, or either of these internally, or either of these aromatically. So it's the same oil, just different labels, but that's how you know. The Vitality oil line are going to be all oils that are what's known as GRAS, or generally regarded as safe for internal use. So that's your tip there. Any of those oils can be ingested. Anything that has a childproof cap on it, like Panaway, which we're going to talk about a little later, it's a good indicator that you aren't going to want to do these ingested. And of course, those are not in the Vitality line. So anyway, check your labels, but that's a little tip for what can be used internally in ingestion. Okay, so the next way that we use essential oils, the third way, is topically. And I already kind of mentioned this. You can apply essential oils directly to your skin, depending on wherever on your body you're needing to use it. If you need to dilute your vegetable oils, like your coconut, olive oil, things like that, can be used to dilute an essential oil. And specifically for small children or babies, and then elderly people, you're definitely going to want to dilute depending on what the essential oil is. And you're going to use less oil topically or in any of the ways for depending on the age and size. And that's where some of the reference books come in really handy. There's also some oils that are considered hot oils, and you might want to dilute with some of your hot oils. I like to say these are your pizza oils, your oregano, thyme, basil, cinnamon, things like that. Maybe even the thieves essential oil, depending on the person, that might be kind of hot. Hot just means that if you were to apply it to the skin, it might feel a little hot. And everybody's body chemistry is different. Our bodies are ecosystems. We live in an ecosystem. So what maybe I may be a little more sensitive to, somebody else might not be as sensitive to. So for instance, lemongrass. My dad can apply lemongrass neat or undiluted to his skin. I can't. Lemongrass I'm a little more sensitive to, so I have to dilute that. So you'll just kind of know as you go and use essential oils, or again, consult the reference books. So where do you apply an oil topically? Well, apply it where you need it. If your knee is needing some extra support, apply Panaway to your knee. If your digestion is needing some extra support, you could take your Digize Vitality internally, or you could take a Digize aromatic topical directly to your gut and just to your stomach area. It just depends on how you want to use the essential oil. The key is use what you have and use it in all of the ways. So I will say too, with topically, a really great place to use it is on the bottoms of your feet. And that's because the hands and your feet are like maps to your body. So this is a reflexology chart. So it's showing you how there's different places that correspond to your spine or your liver or your brain. Or if you, and this is really, the reflexology is really great, and it's a great way to apply essential oils to specific systems. But I will just hint to you that if you're like me, you may just take essential oil and slather it all over the bottoms of your feet. And the reason that this works isn't just because your feet are maps to your body, but also because the pores in your feet are very large, and so the essential oils easily absorb into the body. In fact, essential oils, when applied topically, are dispersed into every cell of the body in under 2 minutes. And what's different about essential oils than maybe medications, which we might be used to, if we're going to use a medication, we might be used to doing, one every 4 hours. That's not how essential oils work. They actually go in very quickly in under 2 minutes. They're in every cell in your body, and they do the job that they're supposed to do in terms of supporting your cellular structure, and then they leave fairly quickly. So essential oils reach their peak effectiveness in about 20 minutes. So if I'm not feeling great and I need to support my immune system, or maybe I'm needing to support my body because I've just maybe had a little bit of an injury or something like that, and I'm waiting to get medical attention, I want to be using my essential oils about every 20 minutes and reapplying. There is a great quote from Dr. Peter Minke. He says that often people don't use enough essential oils often enough or long enough. So don't make that mistake. Use essential oils in all of the ways every day, because they're here for your support. And for your family support, and for the support of, if you're like my sister, chasing people around, and don't chase people around and ask them what they have wrong with them. But they are great support for our brains and our bodies in all of the ways. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is specific essential oils. Young Living has over 200 essential oils and over 500 products. We are not going through all of them today. What we are going to go through is the essential oils in the premium starter kit. So we have 12 essential oils and then a couple of other products that I'm going to mention to you. And then if you haven't gotten started yet, I'm going to give you an explanation of how you can get started. So the first essential oil I have already used, and I've already shown it to you, that it is lavender. And lavender is what is known as the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. That's because there's over 200 uses of lavender essential oil alone. So if I don't know what to reach for, this is usually the oil I'm going to grab. And I mentioned, we're talking about Young Living essential oils. Well, lavender was really key in the starting of Young Living. And I'll just take a brief moment before I go and explain all about lavender. Let me just share with you why lavender is important in Young Living's story. So Young Living was started 25 some odd years ago. It's the world leader in essential oils. So I mentioned the seed to seal process, but in case you didn't know, Young Living is basically responsible for this essential oil craze that we have happening around the world. And it started when a man named D. Gary Young, he's just recently passed this last year, but he came across some essential oil distillers and farmers in France. And so he went over and actually studied under the French lavender growers and distillers, and he learned aromatherapy specifically from them, from these French lavender growers. And so he smuggled some seeds in his cowboy boots from France back to Spokane, Washington, and he took the lavender seeds that he smuggled out and planted them in a little plot of land in Washington, grew the lavender, and then he built his own distiller and distilled down the lavender. Well, he sent the sample of the essential oil that he had distilled to a chemist friend, didn't tell him where he got it from, and the chemist said, "This is amazing. Where did you get this essential oil? Because it is the purest lavender essential oil I've ever seen." And Gary was like, "Well, I distilled it." And so that was the start of Young Living. He became so passionate about essential oils, and we are so grateful for the contribution that Gary Young made to all of our lives through the research and the pioneering that he did to bring us essential oils. So coming full circle, the lavender fields in France had a blight a few years ago, and because Young Living has only pure seed in pure soil, they actually sent seed back. So coming full circle, they sent lavender seed back from the United States to France to repopulate the French lavender crop, and amazingly saved the French lavender. So that is the story of how Young Living started and how lavender plays such a part. So now I'm going to give you some reasons why lavender is so amazing as an essential oil. Like I said, it has over 200 uses. This is Lavandula angustifolia is the variety of lavender. And what's cool is lavender is an adaptogen. So usually we know, and this is the second point, that lavender is amazing for promoting rest and helping with sleep. You can diffuse it, you can rub it on your feet, you can put it on your pillow, and it's wonderful for helping you relax. But did you know that lavender can also help you with concentration? It can also help you be alert when you need to be alert, because the beautiful thing about essential oils is that they adapt to your body. They are not static, stagnant molecules. These are active living molecules that interact with the ecosystem of your body to adapt to how you need them. So lavender improves your body naturally. It helps to soothe and cleanses common cuts, bruises, and other skin infections, or irritations rather. It helps to support and promote healthy circulatory system, so supporting your heart and circulatory system. It helps to alleviate minor aches and pains associated with daily life and supports healthy lung function. It's highly regarded for health and beauty. I love it for my skin and helping support healthy skin. And I love it to help enhance food. I make an amazing lavender creme brulee. So lavender is one of my favorite essential oils. I love it that it's so gentle for babies and adults as well. And it's just a great oil to share and to use. So the next oil we're going to talk about, I also already introduced to you, and it's Peppermint Vitality. So this is one of my favorite oils for helping to support my digestive system. It's great for helping for digestion efficiency. I do just a couple drops underneath my tongue, or if you're using the other lavender peppermint, or even this peppermint, if that's how you choose to use it. I also rub it on my stomach for digestion. Peppermint can help with brain function. Did you know that it helps to increase alertness and provides the nervous system support when stressed? And research has shown that it improves concentration and mental sharpness. It directly affects the brain's helps satisfy the brain, but helps you feel satiated, there you go, to trigger sensation of fullness after meals. And it helps, it's your go-to oil for minimizing your minor everyday head, joint, and muscle discomfort. So I use it if I have any kind of head discomfort. I apply the peppermint directly to my forehead. You don't want to get it too close to your eyes, because it will actually, the smell of the menthol or whatever, well, that's one of the main constituents in peppermint, is going to kind of make your eyes water a little bit, because it is strong. In fact, it's so strong that 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 26 cups of peppermint tea. So it is powerful. I use it as a breath freshener, so I just put a drop on my wrist and then I lick it. Like I said, it is really strong, so you may want to wash it down with a little bit of water. Oh, and I didn't mention this earlier, but while we're talking about a vitality oil, I should mention that you never want to use essential oils in plastic or in styrofoam, because it actually will eat through plastic or styrofoam because they are so potent. The essential oils are so potent. So you only ever want to use glass or stainless steel if you're putting essential oils into either food or into your water. So never use them in styrofoam or plastic, only glass or stainless steel. Okay, so like I mentioned, that enhances the flavor of food and water, and it repels common insects, bugs, and rodents. So if you have an ant problem or you're trying to repel bugs, just take some peppermint essential oil or even a little bit of peppermint mixed with some water and maybe a little bit of alcohol, and just spray down the perimeter of your doorway or your home or whatever, and it will repel those little common insects. So there's so many uses of peppermint. Those are just a few. It's great for diffusing. It's one of my favorite scents to diffuse, and especially if you are in a school environment or something like that, it's a great oil to have on hand to help with that concentration. Okay, the next essential oil is lemon. And I don't have a balloon with me today, but if I were to take a drop of this lemon and just put it on top of a blown up balloon, it would literally pop the balloon in a couple of seconds, because lemon is amazing for helping to eat through petrochemicals. So what's beautiful is it's a great oil to put in, this is a lemon vitality. This is a great oil to put a couple drops in to water, a glass of warm water in the morning, and it starts your body with a nice gentle detox. It helps to balance the pH of your body to bring it into a more alkaline state. It supports the parasympathetic nervous system and sympathetic nervous system, so your fight or flight system and your rest and digest system. It helps keep your body alert with its potent properties. It's amazing for supporting your immune system. It's an awesome immune support. If I'm starting to feel like my body might need a little more immune support, then I just do a few drops of lemon vitality under my tongue, or I apply it to the bottoms of my feet. It helps with occasional heartburn. It can be combated with with lemon oil, also peppermint oil. It provides support in digestion and appetite suppression. It revitalizes and lifts the spirit, and it's a powerful detoxifying antioxidant. Like I mentioned, it helps as a gentle detox. I love lemon for revitalizing and lifts the spirit. I love my lemon and my other citrus oils, like Citrus Fresh, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes, tangerine, any orange, any of those, as well as some of the emotional blends. When you're feeling a quick guide to your emotions, if you're feeling low or down, then you want to boost your mood, then grab your citrus oils. These are going to be really uplifting. So you want to put those in your diffuser, or your emotional blends like Joy or Highest Potential are great ones to be diffusing. But lemon is great for uplifting. And then if you feel like you're a little maybe more hyper, or you're a little more anxious and you need your grounding, then you want to use your oils like Valor, which are high in your spruces, or more of your kind of spruce fir. We have several Idaho blue spruce, black spruce, black firs. Any of those are going to be really good and grounding for emotions. So uplifting is your citrus ones, and your grounding ones are going to be any of your tree oils. So that is lemon. Lemon is awesome. Okay. I have to say that if I joke, but I don't joke, that if I were ever on Naked and Afraid and stuck on a deserted island by myself, frankincense would be the essential oil that I would take with me. It would be the one item that I would take with me, because like lavender, frankincense has over 100 different uses. It is is what's called a universal oil, because it has so many different uses. And frankincense, this is particularly the type of frankincense. This one is Boswellia carteri. Young Living has 3 different types of frankincense. We have Boswellia carteri, which is the regular frankincense. And then we have sacred frankincense, which is Boswellia sacra. Boswellia is the scientific name for frankincense. So Boswellia sacra is sacred frankincense, and then you have Boswellia freriana. And I love frankincense. They all have different properties, but in general, there's the crossover properties of frankincense. And frankincense is amazing for promoting normal, healthy cell regeneration. It is awesome for keeping your your cells healthy, your body healthy, your brain really strong. There's tons of research for how frankincense helps the brain. So one of the main ways that I use frankincense, or any of the oil blends that have frankincense in it, is I apply it to my forehead and then to the back of my head, and then I directly inhale it in. And this is why, and I'm not going to get into the brain stuff today a lot, but the reason that I apply it to my forehead and the back of my head is that it's basically corresponding to the boss of my brain, my prefrontal cortex, and my brain stem, which is in the back, kind of roughly correlated to the back of your head. And then when I'm directly inhaling it, I'm getting not only brain structural support, but I'm also getting great emotional support. Frankincense throughout history has been used and shown to have spiritual impact. It's great for visualizing and centering. It's useful for prayer or meditation. It stimulates and elevates the mind, and that's because of multiple constituents in it, including incessyl acetate, which helps to bring grounding and peace and calming to your brain and your body. Frankincense supports healthy immune system. It promotes healthy lung function, and it promotes healthy joint and cartilage function. It's wonderful for your skin. It's a common ingredient in skincare products, and actually Young Living skincare line frequently uses boswellia in it. The whole Art skincare line is absolutely amazing. And it's just one of the go-tos for stress or despair. So frankincense is, like I said, one of my favorite oils, and I probably could do an entire class on it because it's amazing. The next oil kind of has a funny name. This is an oil blend. So far we've only talked about single oils, but this is an oil blend called Thieves. And this is comprised of clove, lemon, cinnamon, eucalyptus radiata, and rosemary. And the reason that it's called Thieves is because in the 13th century or 14th century, there was the plague was happening all around Europe. And there was a band of robbers who were frequently robbing the bodies of the dead and the dying. And they were not getting sick. Everybody around them is dropping like flies. And these guys went months not getting sick at all. And so when they were finally apprehended, the ruler at the time said, all right, I will give you the lesser sentence of beheading if you will tell me your secret of why you haven't gotten sick, why you haven't died yet. And the secret was that they were spice traders who were anointing themselves in a blend of these 5 essential oils. And they were and the spices had the aromatic oils on them. And so it was clove, lemon, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And now studies have shown that there is amazing properties in these essential oils that help to support and protect our immune system from mold, from viruses, bacteria, from all sorts of things. And it has been university tested for its cleansing and protecting abilities. It disinfects and eliminates odors. It's so effective in supporting your immune system. This and lemon are my go-tos. Thieves, like I said, this is Thieves Vitality. So I think it tastes like Christmas. And again, this is really strong oil. This is one of those we would probably call a hot oil. So some people would need to dilute it if you're applying it topically. But I put it in tea, or I just put it directly under my tongue or in some water, and I think it tastes amazing. You can also put it in gel caps. I do not travel without this essential oil. I take it everywhere that I go. It supports your overall wellness and a healthy immune system. In fact, Thieves is so amazing that Young Living has created an entire Thieves line. So we have Thieves Essential Oil Household Cleaner, which I'll talk about at the end, because you actually get a sample in your premium starter kit. If you don't have that, then you might have the Thieves Household Spray, which is a small spray. The household cleaner is so diluted that you just you take it and you put a little bit in a spray bottle and you fill the rest of the spray bottle, and you can use that to clean every surface in your home, everything from mirrors, floors, toilets, hard surfaces. I use it for kids' toys. And if you're like in church nurseries, there's stuff like that, school environments. It's totally non-toxic and safe, and yet it's killing all of the bad stuff. There's foaming hand soap, hand purifier, mouthwash, toothpaste, dental floss, hand wipes. lozenges. There is a plethora of Thieves products to keep you, your family, and everybody around you safe, and your immune system strong. So Thieves is awesome. So you get the essential oil and then all of the other goodies. So the next oil I mentioned is one of the oils that convinced me that essential oils work. It's because it is so amazing for supporting your emotions. This is a blend called Valor, and it's called Valor because it's similar to the blend of essential oils that Roman soldiers would use as they would go into battle. So it helped imbibe courage or valor into them. It's a blend of black spruce, camphor, blue tansy, frankincense, and geranium. And I think this is one of the best smelling oils. You'll see it kind of has a little bit of a blue color to it. That's because of the blue tansy. So this is a blend that helps to bring alignment. So if you were to put it on your spine or even on the bottoms of your feet before you get a chiropractic adjustment or before a massage, or even and especially after too, it helps to hold your spinal alignment. It's wonderful for bringing alignment to your body. It gives relief while supporting the body in helping it self-correct and helping its balance and alignment. It balances your energy and empowers feelings of courage in the face of adversity. So a great way to balance your body is to do a couple of drops of Valor on your wrists and rub them together. And then you just hold your wrists out in front of you when you start your day. And it's a great way to bring your body back into alignment and promote courage. And it supports feelings of self-esteem and can uplift mood and provide grounding. Like I said, when I needed emotional support, I was basically, I wouldn't say I'm addicted to Valor, because the beautiful thing about essential oils is that they go in and they support your body naturally. So your body's wanting to receive, wanting to maintain equilibrium, right? So it's wanting to maintain balance. So when I was out of balance emotionally, I really needed Valor, right? And Valor helped bring my emotions back into balance. Well, what's beautiful is that I don't need Valor the same way that I used to, because my body's become more balanced. So now I love some other essential oils that, like Believe and other ones. Those are the ones that my body's resonating more with right now. I still use Valor frequently, but I don't need it in the same way that I did when I first started using it, because all essential oils are going to help your body promote natural homeostasis. So Valor is an amazing oil. It's a treasure, and I'm so glad it's back in the premium starter kit. It was out for a while because it's so popular. They couldn't keep it in the premium starter kit. So I'm really glad that it's back in the PSK. So another amazing oil is Peace and Calming. And I'm going to show you with the essential oil, or when you get your PSK, you have, when you open it up, I just tip these up, but your essential oils will be laying flat. You have 10 of them here. And if you pop this part open, so I'm showing you a little unboxing here. If you just pop that part up, it reveals a little secret compartment. And so you pop this open, and there's a couple more essential oils in there, as well as some of the other goodies that we're going to talk about a little bit later. So this next oil is Peace and Calming. So Peace and Calming is an essential oil blend of tangerine, orange, ylang-ylang, patchouli, and blue tansy. So again, it kind of has like a blue-green color to it. And one of the things I love about Peace and Calming is that I mentioned, you know, your citrus oils like tangerine and orange are going to be a little more uplifting, and then some of your firs and spruces and some of those other ones are going to be calming. Well, ylang-ylang is another one of those calming ones. So I love that this is a blend that is so balanced. It's really helping bring your body into balance, and it smells delicious. Peace and Calming helps to promote inner peace when diffused or applied topically. It helps to aid your emotions. It supports emotions and relieves occasional feelings of nervousness or anger. It supports overall wellness and promotes restful sleep. This is one of my favorite ones to diffuse at night. And this is an oil, like all of these oils, most all of them can be used on your pets. So we humans are not the only ones that can benefit from essential oils. I actually used Peace and Calming. We had a dog who would get really anxious. She was older and had overlaxed larynx, so she would just have really a hard time breathing, and so she would get really anxious and agitated, and we would take just a couple drops of Peace and Calming and then rub it along her like sides of her coat, and within seconds she would just begin to calm. And it's amazing how essential oils can benefit our pets as well. And there's some reference books if you have dogs or cats or horses or even birds. There's some reference books that help you understand how essential oils can work on your animals. All right, the next oil we're going to talk about is an oil called Panaway. This is another blend, and it, like I mentioned, has a childproof top, and that's because of wintergreen. There's wintergreen, helichrysum, clove, and peppermint. And wintergreen, if it were consumed internally in large quantities, could be toxic. So that's why there's a childproof cap on it. It's totally safe if you're not swallowing massive amounts of wintergreen. But Panaway sounds like another word that we might know, which sounds like pain, and that's because Panaway helps to relieve stressed muscles or occasional other physical discomforts. It eases minor head tension. Panaway, this blend is awesome for both bringing cooling to your muscles and joints, as well as penetrating deep into the bones and supporting bones. Wintergreen and helichrysum are awesome for supporting your blood vessels and your bones. It supports healthy joint and cartilage function. It helps to relieve cramping associated with menstrual cycles. And I'll give you a tip on that. This is one where if you're needing relief for menstrual cycles or even actually any other things, what you can do is take your Panaway, apply it, and then take a cold or a warm compress, just kind of lightly damp, and then you apply that compress over top, and that water, like I said, is going to drive the essential oil in even deeper. It's used to soothe and warm muscles after exercise. There's studies showing how peppermint is amazing for muscle recovery, and I know a bunch of athletes, endurance athletes, who use Panaway regularly. I love it when I am supporting my joints and muscles after exercise, but the guys who are the real heroes are the ones who are running marathons, and they can attest to how amazing Panaway is for after post-workout recovery. So the next oil we're going to talk about is Raven. Raven also has that childproof cap because of the wintergreen in it. This is a blend of camphor, lemon, wintergreen, peppermint, and eucalyptus radiata. Raven helps to support your respiratory system. It gives relief while supporting respiratory wellness. It combats common irritants. It supports overall wellness in your respiratory and immune system and supports healthy lungs. So the way that I typically will use Raven is I just take it and directly apply it to my chest area. You can also apply a little bit underneath your nose, breathe it in, use it in the diffuser. It's awesome. This is one where you might need to dilute it depending on the sensitivity of the person, but it's wonderful, especially in winter season. It's a great oil to have around, or if you're traveling, it's a great oil to keep with you as well, just to keep your lungs open. And a little tip, what you can do too, is you can make a little simple diffuser with Raven or any of your other essential oils. Citrus Fresh, this is a good one too. You just take like a Kleenex or a cotton ball or whatever, stick a couple drops on your of Raven onto the cotton ball or the tissue, and then stick it in the air vents, either in your car or in your hotel room or whatever, if you didn't pack a diffuser. And it's a great way to diffuse the essential oil into your room really quickly and inexpensively. So, little tip there. So the next oil is also an oil that convinced me, and I will say this is not my favorite smelling oil, but it is so powerful. It's like magic, and if anyone is ever not convinced that an essential oil works, then Digize is usually the one that I start to introduce them to, because if you take Digize and you rub some on your belly after you've eaten a little bit too much, it's like heaven. Digize helps with your digestion. It's a blend of tarragon, peppermint, ginger, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, anise, and patchouli. It supports digestive wellness. It settles your stomach so you can go about your day. It relieves pressure from bloating, so you can apply it topically if you've got the topical Digize, or if you just want to use the bottle. This is a Digize Vitality, so you can put it into a gel cap if you don't love the taste of it. The fennel in there is pretty strong. I don't mind it so much, and I love how it makes me feel, so I do it directly underneath my tongue. But it is an awesome oil to keep on hand for digestion. It's a must-have. So the next oil we're going to talk about is Citrus Fresh. This is another Vitality oil, and this is one of my favorites to put in water, because I think it tastes really fruity and uplifting, and it's delicious. This is a blend of orange, tangerine, mandarin, grapefruit, lemon, and spearmint. Citrus Fresh can help you to relax. If you have regular Citrus Fresh, you can apply it topically to bring a sense of relaxation. It brings about a sense of joy and well-being. Again, those citrus oils, really uplifting. You can diffuse it to purify the air. You can support the immune system and support proper digestion when taken internally. Add it to your water to make your day calm and refreshing, and do that nice gentle cleanse on your digestive system and your body, your lymphatic system. And I love the little bit of spearmint in it, just kind of brings a really good balancing to your orange, tangerine, mandarin, grapefruit, and lemon. So that spearmint just gives a little bit of something extra, and it's delish. All right, and the final oil that we're going to talk about today is a little oil called Stress Away. Stress Away is one of my favorite blends. It's copaiba, lime, cedarwood, vanilla, acacia, and lavender. And Stress Away does exactly what it says it does. It helps to take the stress away. It combats normal stresses of everyday life. It reduces mental rigidity and helps restore equilibrium. It helps to induce relaxation and reduces overall occasional nervous tension. It supports and promotes a healthy circulatory system, and it also can be used as a cologne or perfume to keep the stress away all day. And it's a great oil while you're supporting your body. It's actually a really attractive oil to other people. I often, if I'm wearing this as like a perfume, will have people next to me in the elevator or around. They're like, "You smell so good." There's a couple essential oils I would not recommend applying and then walking outside. Immune Power is one of those that it's amazing oil, but doesn't smell great. But Stress Away smells amazing. It's kind of tropical, fruity, and that lavender and vanilla smell. It's like the right balance of floral and like your good like fruity. I don't know. It's just amazing. I'm just gonna apply it right now. So this is an amazing oil to, again, help keep your stress away. If you've got children who are in school, this is a great oil that you can put, again, a little bit on a cotton ball and stick it in a plastic baggie. And then when they need it throughout the day, they just open up the bag and they have their own little mini diffuser there. It's a great oil to diffuse at the office, in your car, in a school environment. It's in your home. It's beautiful. Okay, so how do most people get started with Young Living? Well, there's a good, better, best way that you can do this. And before I go into this part, I'll tell you the good, better, best. So you can always get, the good way is you can always get essential oils through a Young Living distributor or online. So somebody like me, you can always order through me. That's a good way. It's okay. The better way is that you become a wholesale member. And this is what the wholesale membership looks like. It's over $450 worth of product. You get a diffuser, you get the 12 essential oils, you get Ningxia Red, which we're going to talk about in a second, and you get Thieves, either a Thieves cleaner or a Thieves spray, and the Thieves waterless hand purifier, which is awesome. I never leave home without these two ever. And I also love the Thieves cleaner. So you get all of that for $160. You guys, it's a crazy deal. And what's really amazing is that my favorite part of it is not only do you get all of this, but you get 24% off of anything else in Young Living. So like I said, there's over 500 products, over 200 essential oils. We just scratched the surface today. And there's never any pressure. You don't have to buy anything. You could get your premium starter kit and be set for a good little while. But I'm going to say, if you're like me and you're using these essential oils like every day, which you should be using them every day, inevitably you're going to run out and you may need to restock on your lavender and your Valor and your Ningxia Red. So what do? You could just reorder and get 24% off. Or you can get on an optional program that we have that's called Essential Oils or Essential Rewards. And I think that this is the best way to sign up as a Young Living member. You get your premium starter kit for $160. And so you get your diffuser, you get your 12 essential oils, your Ningxia Red samples, your Thieves, get started on Thieves and you get to try those. And then you hop on Essential Rewards. It's a completely optional program. You don't have to do it. You can just become a wholesale member, get your 24% off. But what I love is that Essential Rewards is basically you saying, I love these products so much that I think I want to commit to getting $50 a month. $50 is 50 PV, so product volume. It's $1 per one product volume. And honestly, you're like lavender and Valor and peppermint, there's your 50 PV right there. Like I go through these in about a month. And I should say essential oils never expire or go rancid. They are, if you leave the tops closed, they'll last forever. But you're using them, so you don't have them lasting forever. So when you hop on Essential Rewards, you are earning points back towards free product. So for the first 6 months that you're on, you get 10% back. Then it goes up to 15, and then it eventually goes up to 25% back towards free product. So every month when I'm making an Essential Rewards purchase, I'm already getting my 24% off of the product that I'm ordering. And because I've been on Essential Rewards for over 24 months, I'm getting 25% back in free product. So that means I'm getting 49% savings. So I get all of my skincare, all of my personal products like my toothpaste, my deodorant, all of that. I've switched to Young Living because I love it so much. They have products that I'm not needing to shop on these grocery store aisles anymore to get junky products that are overpriced and have crap in them. All of my cleaning products are now Thieves products. I'm obviously getting essential oils. I'm getting supplements. I'm getting food products. There's so many products that I now don't even need to get from Amazon Prime or from the grocery store because I'm getting them at 49% off because I have Essential Rewards points and my wholesale discount. So you earn free products, you get to save on shipping, it's easy ordering, and you can hop on and off at any time. So there's no obligation. You join Essential Rewards, and if you're needing to hop off it, you always can hop off and then get back on when you need it, but it's an amazing way to earn free rewards. Okay. The last thing I'm going to talk about is a little product I mentioned, Ningxia Red, and this comes in your premium starter kit. Ningxia Red is the packet, and you see here is the bottle. Ningxia Red is a puree of the wolfberry fruit, so the goji berry. It's a goji berry, wolfberry, it's the same thing. And the Gary Young found that the greatest number of people living over the age of 100 is in this little province in China called the Ningxia province, and the greatest number of centenarians. And so he was wondering, well, why are they living so long? Well, it's because they're consuming the whole wolfberry every day. And so he created a blend of the whole wolfberry along with blueberry, pomegranate, and aronia juice, as well as some essential oils in this amazing Ningxia Red drink. This is so high in antioxidants. In fact, 1 ounce, and this is a 2-ounce packet, so half of this packet contains the same amount of antioxidants found in 2 cups of raspberries, 4 pounds carrots, 2 quarts carrot juice, 8 oranges, 2 pounds raw beets, 2 cups beet juice, and 3 cups of blueberries. That's pretty crazy, guys. There's no way I'm eating that much in a day, and that's in just 1 ounce, and this is 2 ounces. Ningxia Red can help boost your stamina and energy while supporting normal brain function. It helps to maintain healthy blood pressure, healthy blood sugar, and healthy cholesterol. It also helps the occasional heartburn or constipation. It tastes so good. I wish I could digitally share it with you, so if you haven't tried Ningxia Red yet, you want to for sure try it as soon as you get your premium starter kit. And I will say, I have personally found so much research on how it helps the brain and how it helps to prevent aging. Ningxia Red is absolutely, I think it's a must-have. Like, this is something I don't go a day without drinking Ningxia Red. I think that everybody, if you want to start your wellness journey, because that's what this is, there's not a silver bullet here in any of this. You are on a wellness journey. I am on a wellness journey. So what you're embarking on by getting these oils is, like I said, I was already using natural stuff beforehand. Oils were just a huge missing piece. Ningxia Red was another huge missing piece for me. And as you keep adding things on your wellness journey, you're getting more and more tools to boost your immune system, more and more tools to help prevent aging, more and more tools to help support your body so that you can keep living a vibrant life. It's pretty awesome. So a couple resources So I should mention that Ningxia Red comes in your premium starter kit. You get 2 of these packets. And then what I do is I order my Ningxia Red on Essential Rewards every month because I get that discounted shipping. So it's awesome. Okay, couple resources to mention. Essential Oils Desk Reference is a great guide. It has tons of details on all of the different products, including supplements, oils, all of the beauty care products. All of that stuff is found in your Essential Oil Desk Reference. You can get it at lifesciencepublishers.com. Life Science Publishers has a ton of amazing other books. WildSearch.com, wildsearch.com. You can go in on wildsearch.com and type in anything that you're looking for. If you're looking at a particular condition and what could help, wildsearch.com, you just put in the name and it will help give you information on what Young Living products might be able to support your body in healing itself. Wildsense.com, oil-testimonials.com is awesome for other people's oil testimonies. And then our website is Essentially Great Health, or you can always check us out on the Essentially Great Info Facebook page. That is Essentially Great Info. It's on Facebook, and we have an amazing group. Lastly, before you go, once you join with the PSK, and if you have not gotten your premium starter kit yet, talk to the person who gave you this video because they're the ones who can help you get started with Young Living. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to our Essentially Great Info team or Essentially Great Health team, and we are happy to get you started as well. But reach out to the person who gave you this video. But once you join Young Living, Young Living has an amazing compensation plan. And so if you decide that you want to either get free essential oils, or you maybe want to earn some money on the side, or maybe you want to pay off some debt, or help your kids in school, or whatever your goal is, Young Living has an amazing compensation plan. And like I said, I didn't mean to ever make money sharing Young Living. I was just naturally sharing with my friends and family because I love the product. We are not in this business in order to make money. We're in this business to help people receive health and wellness and abundance. Like, we believe that essential oils need to be in every home around the world because essential oils are so key to helping people live healthy, vibrant lives. So if you believe that too, and you would like to get started in sharing essential oils with others, we have an amazing compensation plan. We have an amazing team that provides support here at Essentially Great Health. We've got online classes, we have in-person classes, we have people on our team literally all over the world in, I think, all of the continents except maybe Antarctica. We have essential oil users and sharers and builders on our team all over the world, and we have a ton of resources. So we're happy to help you. If it's something that you decide once you become a member, you don't have to do anything to build a business except have your premium starter kit and be on 100 PV of essential rewards every month. So it doesn't matter if you are making 6 figures, 7 figures, or if you are just getting your oils paid for. You don't ever have to spend more than 100 PV a month in order to be actively building a business. So it's a great way to share essential oils with others and get your essential oils paid for or accomplish whatever your goal or your why is. So we have reached the conclusion of this class, but not the conclusion of your wellness journey, and definitely not the conclusion of what you can learn about essential oils. So again, check us out on Facebook at Essentially Great Info in the Facebook group. And then if you have questions, feel free to shoot us an email or a message there, or talk to the person who shared this video with you. And I hope that you get started with your premium starter kit if you haven't already. And we're excited that you are taking this next step in your wellness journey. I'm Elizabeth Erickson, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks.